and welcome to another segment of Open House here at Community Media. My name is Raymond Galker, and we have one of the most precious individuals with us today. This show, we bring the people from our community that's doing awesome things to make Adams County and York County a more vibrant and thriving and safe place. And we have Delainey Robertson with us here today, who's been doing that since the age of 5. So first of all, Delainey, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Okay. Delainey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am 14 years old and I attend Delaine Catholic High School. I'm a freshman and I received the John Gastley Scholarship Award, which is a full ride to Delaine. I play basketball and field hockey, and I also serve for Annunciation BBM Parish. And then I started scuba diving at the age of 10, and I got to rescue a sea turtle. And I've always just had a passion for volunteering and helping, like knowing that I can be helping people in the community and making an impact on their lives.
So, Delainey, you first started by saying that you received the John Gastley Scholarship Foundation scholarship. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The John Gastley Scholarship, it really it made a change on my life and my high school life, and especially for my parents, since they don't have to pay for the tuition at Delaine since it can be expensive. And it's just made me appreciate how much I can use this to get a good Catholic education and grow my knowledge and set me up for my future.
What are the requirements to apply for or just to receive that award?
For the John Gastley Scholarship, there were some requirements that it was mainly how, what you do for the community that makes you stick out. And it really I applied because I thought that I could fit the requirements in writing my essays for the application. I just really thought that I could fit in, and it built my confidence in myself because I didn't think that I could do it, but then I did, and now it's made me really confident with myself.
That confidence is important. Mm-hmm. It helps you move forward in the visions that you have and the confidence to follow through. Mm-hmm. Now, you have been helping the community since you've been 5 years old.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? What was going on when you were 5 years old?
When I was 5, I started with volunteering with Rooster Boots, and I remember I attended a motorcycle event at Harley Davidson, and I was just handing out flags with a bucket for donations, and I ended up raising $350 in just donations that day because people kept calling me over, and even if they didn't want a flag, they still donated something just out of the goodness of their heart. And since then, I just really enjoyed working with Rooster Boots, and I love volunteering. So since then, it's just gone since.
So that whole experience touched your heart.
Yes.
You had a lot of fun, and you got to meet a lot of people. But a lot of this comes back to having an awesome family. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
I have a mother and father, Todd and Joni Robertson, and then I have a sister who is about 32, and she just had a baby, and he just turned 1 recently. I became the godmother for him, and that's my first nephew. Mm-hmm. So I've been, being surrounded by family has helped me grow, and they've all shaped me into who I am today, and have encouraged me to continue on with my volunteering and are always with me for everything.
They are always there advocating for you, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That must be such... How can you put that in words? Having that unconditional love and them always being there. And they themselves are volunteers. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Yep.
So, age 5, you're introduced to volunteering through your family. You're at the Harley Davidson. You're meeting a lot of veterans, and you're spending a lot of time interacting and developing friendships and respect for our veterans. Can you tell us what that experience has been like?
Making friends and just being for our veterans and interacting with them has always been something that's one of my favorite things to do. I remember after church on Sundays, I would go to the North Fifth Street Diner in McSherrystown, and I would sit and talk with the veterans that were there. I would ditch my parents for them, and I would just talk to them about what's going on with their lives, what happened when they were in the service, and I always just like knowing that I could give the company, even though they may be struggling with their own things as PTSD or just like sometimes how veterans are treated. I just like to be able to be there for them and see the impact that I can make.
So you got to the point where the veterans take the time and effort and intention to find you so they could donate for your events that you have. Mm-hmm. So now we're moving on. And we get to the point where you're helping with the Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride. Is that what it is?
Yes.
What is the Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride?
The Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride is an event that happens the Sunday before Memorial Day, and it focuses on the life of Jeremy Redding, who was a former Marine and took his life to PTSD. And it's just a fun day to come out. We commemorate all our veterans. We commemorate Jeremy especially. And it's about an hour-long ride. And we end it at Mount Olivet Cemetery for the national anthem and 21-gun salute, as well as a ceremony for Jeremy. And it's just a day to remember our veterans, remember the sacrifices, look more into what PTSD is and how badly it can affect people, and just celebrate what our veterans do.
And how did you get involved with this fundraiser?
My parents and I were very close with Mr. Steve Redding, who was Jeremy Redding's father, and we volunteered for this event many times. And then Mr. Redding announced his retirement, that he was moving to the Carolinas. So he said that this would be the last year that the ride would go on since he wouldn't be here anymore. But I knew, like, in my heart, this is Jeremy's legacy. This can't end. Like, this isn't right. So I remember I came down to the garage with my dad working in there, and I was like, Dad, this really just can't end. This is something special to Mr. Steve. This, like, I could see the hurt in his eyes. And it was just, I felt really good knowing that I could do that and carry that legacy on.
Now, how old are you at this point?
I'm 14.
Right now you're 14.
Yes.
But at the point where you made this decision, where you felt in your heart that the effort to celebrate Jeremy Redding's life should continue, mm-hmm. What year was that?
I think I was around 9 or 10 years old,
okay.
Around that time.
So that was like a few years ago. Mm-hmm. You're feeling this in your heart that this is wrong, this has to continue. Mm-hmm. And you talk to your folks who are there for you, and they decided, you and your parents decided to do what?
They decided, well, I remember talking to my dad, and I was saying how I couldn't drive a motorcycle, and he said that there's a lot more things that could be done other than, like, you have to do a lot more than just ride a motorcycle, and that we can get you on a motorcycle. And since I made that choice, we immediately called Mr. Steve. He came over to our house. We sat there for hours talking about the logistics and, like, the sponsors and everything that goes into planning this ride. And since then, with the help of my parents and a big help from my dad, we've grown the ride to become better than it has ever been.
So you're like the event coordinator now.
Yes.
You know, and you're 14 now. Mm-hmm. 14 years old, an event coordinator. Been doing it for a few years now. So you've been the event coordinator since you were 11.
Yes, we started. Well, the first year when I was around 9 or 10, I'm pretty sure I was 10. The first year that I took that on, I planned it with the help of Mr. Steve, or I kind of just sat back and watched how he did it. And then the next year, I was like completely solo with the help of my parents. Uh-huh. And then since then, we've been all planning it since.
And you've grown it.
Yep.
So, you know, Delainey, you're amazing. You are awesome. a young individual that has the heart that you have, the family that supports you, and you take on this event. So Jeremy Redding and veterans would be given the respect that they deserve. Now you're the event coordinator. It's been a few years since you've been doing this, and it has grown. How has it grown?
Well, the first year that I took this on, I still didn't really know 100% sure what to do, but I knew that I wanted to do something. So we converted a Harley Davidson into a trike and gave it to a disabled Marine veteran, which really just made it was a big deal, and that drew a lot of people. And we started advertising more and making it a more appealing thing. And the word's gotten around to many biker associations, clubs, and there are flyers posted basically everywhere. So there's a lot of advertising. We started a Facebook page, and I'm just making sure that this can grow as much as it can.
So you gave bikes, you and your father worked in the garage to adapt motorcycles for veterans, tracks for veterans. You know how to use a wrench?
Yeah.
You know the parts of a motorcycle?
Sure.
Getting there, huh?
Yeah, getting there.
What was it like when you see one of your events unfold?
I don't have really any words for it. It's made me really proud of myself and what the help of me and my parents and just the community can do, and seeing everyone come together. I remember the first year when we did give the trike to the disabled vet, and just the joy on his face, I started crying because it was just so special. And I think it's a really important thing to show that you care. And by doing this, I think that I can show that I care.
That's heartwarming. But the other thing is, what does it feel like to be able to bring a community together?
Well, I think it just makes me feel very proud and happy that people are still coming together, even though there's a lot of hatred and just fights and unnecessary problems going on, that the people can still come together for a good cause. When we have our meetings for the event with our staff, just seeing how many people show up to support means a lot.
It does. Mm-hmm. And there are a different variety of people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you have an event coming up? Mm-hmm. How's that going?
We started planning around January, and it's getting pretty close. So I'm definitely excited. There's a lot to be done still, but yep.
And you're going to give another vehicle away?
Yes, we're giving a trike to an Army vet, and he knows he's getting it but doesn't know what he's getting. So I'm excited for that surprise.
When's the date of this event coming up?
May 26th.
May 26th. Okay. And if anybody would like to support your efforts or donate, is there a website that they can go to, or a Facebook, or?
We do have a Facebook, and we can make donations through there. Or there's a I think through Roots for Boots, you can donate and just put it through the Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride. And just showing up to the event and supporting. We have raffle tickets that are being sold. We have T-shirts and just apparel. And it really just means a lot to come out and donate, and just donate in any way possible.
It just means a lot to be there. Mm-hmm. So you could be there. You can learn more about this on your Facebook. The Facebook is?
It's the Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride.
The Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride. And also, they can get in touch with you and find out more through Roots for Boots.
Yep.
Now, as if that is not amazing enough, you're 14 years old, John Gassey Scholarship winner, very confident, have the heart for others, and you decide to start a nonprofit organization. You have started a nonprofit organization. Can you tell us about that, Delainey?
We've established the Jeremy Redding Legacy Award, which is a scholarship for Delaunay Catholic that gives a freshman or a sophomore, junior, senior, any person, and $1,000 to Delaunay for any grandson, granddaughter, son, daughter of any military family, like of, I guess, honorably discharged veteran or active duty member. And you apply and you research PTSD and the effects on PTSD, and then you submit and get selected.
So you have to be a student at Delaunay?
Yes.
Or want to go to Delaunay?
Yes.
And is there a place people can go to learn about this scholarship?
It's on the Delaunay Catholic website.
Okay.
And under scholarships, it shows as a Jeremy Redding Legacy Award. And then if you click see more, then it shows the application about Jeremy and the ride and how this event works and just everything about it.
And your goal for this scholarship is what?
My goal for the scholarship is to really just spread awareness for PTSD, as all the applicants have to make some form of a brochure, a poster, like a presentation on PTSD. They have to write an essay, which the recipient will have to read their essay at the Jeremy Redding Memorial Ride. So it's really just to spread awareness about, like, on PTSD and the 22 a day, which is 22 veteran suicides per day, which is really just unfortunate, and it's just to spread awareness.
The Jeremy Redding Legacy Award.
Yes.
Currently, a person can receive $1,000.
Yes.
Is that one individual, or are you giving out a number of scholarships?
It's just to one individual per year, and eventually by my senior year, I like to grow it to a full year at Delaunay Catholic, and it's just an individual per every year for the ride, and then, yeah.
There's many reasons why a person can get excited about your efforts and this nonprofit scholarship that you have formed. You know, if veterans are close to your heart, and if you would like to support that, your organization is always looking for people to help in donations and also with running the organization. And they can find more about this by going to your Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Delainey, is there anything that I left out that you would like people to know?
I would really just like people to know that PTSD is real, it's serious, and a lot of people forget about it, which it's just a very hidden disease that it's hard to identify, and most veterans do keep it in. And if there is someone that you know struggling with it, reach out to like a hotline for PTSD, or reach out to someone that can help, because sometimes it's too late and it's very unfortunate what can happen.
Delainey, thank you so much for taking the time to not only come here and talk to us, but to make a difference, for making a difference in the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this segment of Open House with Delainey Robertson, and a professional volunteer and John Gassey Scholarship winner, event coordinator for the Jeremy Redding Memorial, and founder of the Jeremy Redding Legacy Award at Delaunay, and in the process of putting together your own nonprofit organization. So if you would like to support her efforts, you could do that by going to Roots for Boots, and make sure that when you make the donation, you clarify that it's for the Jeremy Redding Memorial. So thank you for watching this segment, and until we have a chance to present another awesome individual from the community, be kind and take care.